Hello everybody, Undr here, and today I'm going to be showing off a little bit of our FTB server. Now, I wanted to do a full thing on Tekkit, from the very beginning, learning everything, but that didn't work out too well. Our server died multiple times due to various reasons on, I believe, our host's end of the whole thing. It was a messy process. But we got a new host now, and we're playing FTB. Quite a bit different, but at the same time very familiar. So, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with it already. I'm not going to get too much into it. I just want to show off a little bit of stuff, as this will not be a Let's Play so much as a quick demonstration of what's going on my end of the server. And maybe occasionally we'll pop in to see what other people are doing. I don't totally trust everybody, but that's the nature of FTB. Even some of the people I'm closest to on here. You never know what their intentions are. So anyway, starting off, this is my rainbow tree. I got a sapling from the rainbow forest. It's pretty impressive considering that a lot of the other people who did it, didn't get much of anything out of theirs. It was a really small tree with very little color. But anyway, this is the first house I built. This was my quick starter house, and I don't like doing anything ugly, even my very beginning hut. So this was basically it. So yeah, it's nice, it's pretty. It's a basic cabin. I'm gonna edit out the password typing here. So, hold on. Okay. Now that I'm inside, as you can tell, it's password protected by the door is password protected by a computer. And one of the most basic rules on our server is do not break blocks placed by other users. That's pretty, pretty standard in pretty much any server, really. So, this is basically it. It's very small. It's just a starting house. Now, let me see if I can't find me an axe real quick. I don't want to... I'm probably not going to find one. Yeah, I'll just do it with my hands. Basically, if you were to dig up the floor, pretty much anywhere, to see if there's anything hidden underneath, you'd see nothing but smooth stone. Which, the initial reaction is, oh, well, you didn't put anything here, because, otherwise it'd be something other than regular stone. Most people don't go through the trouble of baking the stone. But there is one spot where if you dig down, you find a little hole going through here, and you come into this little room. And there's some chests here. It's got more advanced stuff in it. And hopefully this would be enough to satisfy some people. Like, oh, wow, this is all he has. There's an axe. But, still, common sense pretty much says, if I've been playing this long, there's more here. This leads to a mine shaft. Nothing special down there. But if you were to, let's see if we get this right, break this, there are computers here. They're both currently set off. I'm not really going to show them in action right now because, well, you know what, why not? Let's go ahead and turn this one on. Now by turning this one on, it's running a program that will continuously create bone meal and bread for me. It's a very basic setup. It was a little bit more difficult to figure out how to do in Tekkit, FTB than it was in Tekkit, because Equivalent Exchange made things a lot easier. But Equivalent Exchange 3, which was supposed to get rid of all these bugs that allowed, breaking the game. Yeah, the first item they introduced breaks the game. The Philosopher's Stone, I think it is. No, I'm sorry. It's the Minium Stone. Kind of breaks the game. And I'll show you how in a second. But basically, the wheat gets put in here. It's bone meal is added to make it grow instantly. The block breaker takes the wheat and the seeds, puts it over here, puts the wheat up into this area where I either make bread or it gets sent down. And I'll show you that in a moment. And right now it's being sent down, I believe. Yes. And I'll show you that before I show you the rest of it. And the seeds are recycled back into here to create more bread. Over here we have an infinite supply of bone meal, and this is where it's actually going too fast. Some of the bones are getting thrown everywhere. I'm going to have to send this stuff down to a recycler here in a moment. Alright. So basically what happens is our friend here, the medium stone, basically if you have it in a recipe, it will reverse the process of whatever you crafted. So by 3 bone meal equals 1 bone. And this has a lifespan. It eventually gets worn out. But I have a constant supply of them here from a very intricate farming system involving a mob killer. So, yeah, it's not the most consistent thing in the world because for some reason, you know, you don't always get item drops when a monster dies and, you know, you didn't do it by your own hand. Which is good, I guess. It keeps from this kind of thing happening. But I found a way around it. And basically, it's sent here. It gets pumped into a macerator. The macerator turns each bone meal into each bone into 5 bone meal. It's cycled back around. 2 go into here to help grow the wheat. And the other 3 come in here to be turned back into a bone. Each time netting us, you know, 2 bone meal. Pretty good. Alright, now I got these bones. Let's go up here. Now there's another setup down here. You might be able to hear some zombies. Those are part of the killing machine I have. I used a frame motor and frames to bring a monster spawner up from underground in my mine. Took a long time to do, but it's totally worth it. I mean, the minium shards that I get is amazing. So, now, it's backing up back here because I currently am using the plant balls and stuff to create fuel. But anyway, to show what this does. Essentially, from down, this is where the wheat's sent. Instead of being made of bread, it's sent into this chest. It's immediately sucked out in both directions. This direction makes a plant ball and sends it over here to be made into compost. And on this end, you have the, you know, the plant ball actually just comes out and is sent over here to these machines here. You got a fermenter that, you know, makes biomass out of water and compost and plant balls. And of course, the water is being technically pumped in by an infinite water source, but I like to pretend it's the ocean, considering I'm, you know, basically in the ocean. And it's sent here to the distillery. And that's the electrical engine. I'm not even sure if I can get a good... There we go. Still. Which converts the biofuel into biomass. And of course, the bucket goes around in a, you know, a circle. Now back here, I've got a system set up where I can start pretty much using ender chests to deliver this anywhere I want. So essentially, what I'm going to continue doing is making as much biofuel as I can, and then sending it off to a power plant, which I have not built yet. I might actually do that in a video. Who knows? It's going to be a lot of work. And for those unfamiliar with FTB but might know a little bit about Ticket, this doesn't have an energy condenser. So all this material you see here, I've either had to mine or use UU matter. Now speaking of UU matter, all the stuff I get from the zombies that aren't, you just saw a bit of rotten flesh going here, that isn't really useful, it's sent in here and scrapped. All the extra seeds, as you can see coming down right now, this is perfect. All the extra seeds that would normally overflow or clog my machine is sent in here, converted into scrap occasionally, and put into the mass fabricator, which produces UU matter. Lots of it. UU matter might be the most versatile item in, well, Tekkit and FTB for that matter. So anyway, oh, and this is a chunk loader. It keeps everything running all the time. So this is all completely automated. But as you can see, there's a bit of waste, because right now it's producing more than I'll ever need. So I'm expanding currently. I've recently built a manor, which I'll show you later in a different video. Nope. And yeah. Let's see what happens now. I'm going to convert it to bread by turning this one on. All this does is send a redstone pulse, or signal I should say, to this pipe here. Now, oh, sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble getting up here. It is a bit laggy down here in this basement. And it's sending bread continuously into here, which sends it to the white ender chest. And as you can see, if I pull this up, if you look up here, there should be bread slowly but surely being added to the chest. Actually, I take that back. I removed the chest from upstairs, because I was eventually going to put it right here. So, this is going to be a bit messy, but let's go ahead and do it now. Like I said, it's going to be messy. Oh, it's a double chest. Well, that's going to make it less messy, I'll tell you that much. Because now at least I can catch all the bread that comes out of this. See, I used to have it set up so that it sent, to a chest upstairs. but I don't really need that anymore because now I'm using pouches. So essentially, as you can see when I open this up, I'll always be able to get bread. It's pretty good. I mean, I think it's pretty awesome. And let's just confirm that it's still working. It might not be. I don't know why it wouldn't, but you know how this goes. Could be one little oversight on how I just did this. There's bread going there now. Does it go in? Does it fall out? I put the wrong chest down, didn't I? Yep, that's it. Here's a cool secret. If you right-click with the pouch onto the inner chest, it becomes that kind of pouch. So that goes to show that I'm using the orange pouch right now. And I'll tell you what the orange pouch does here in a second. But first, let's fix this. Let us fix this. Now, I shouldn't have much of a mess at all, because the properties of the, oh, this is going to take forever. I forgot this is not a normal chest. Give me a second. There we go. Pick that up again. There we go. Now just grab this. Oh, it's still floating there. Alright. Wait, what happened to my pouch? Oh, okay, I see. Alright, let's go, let's turn this back into a white pouch. And I'll show you. Now, the bread continuously fills up. As you can see, soon it will be 60. There. So this should always be full of bread. I should never be out of food. As long as I have this pouch on me, I should always be fine. Now, as for the orange one, the reason why they are disappearing so much is because this is set up to my recycler. So any scrap, anything extra that I don't need, gets turned right into, like all these bone stuff I've been collecting and the plant balls. They'll all be converted into, hopefully, well, they'll go towards making scrap to further my UU production. But for right now, I'm going to try shutting all this off. Now, this is not easy to do. That one is. But this one, since I have it set on a loop, sometimes it doesn't. Yep, it responded very well. Shut down. There we go. Let's go ahead and just cover these back up for now. So as you can see, it's pretty well hidden. I mean, sure, anybody who's inquisitive enough will find it, but not a big deal, to be honest. So, that's about it for this house. I can't really think of too much else. Oh, yeah, of course. Normally I put fire in my fireplace, but I decided to go ahead and put furnaces in there to give it more practicality, I should say. And essentially, I've got a small tower of power in here with just a single high-voltage solar array. It was just a regular solar array as I got things started, but now that I have the mass production of biofuel, it's not really needed. But it's there for a good backup, just in case. And for those who don't know what a tower of power is, it's essentially, you know, a source of power set into one MFSU, into another MFSU, into another, so that as it collects from the energy source, it stores it into many MFSUs, so you have a large battery in your house. So I do believe that's it for now. As you saw, though, I do have a blue pouch. And this blue pouch really doesn't link up too much yet. I'm going to use it for my sorting system. So essentially what's going to happen is I'll have my bread pouch, where I can get food whenever I want. Just go ahead and fill that up. I'll have my not-so-bread pouch, the one that recycles items I don't need. So that's going to make a lot of scrap. Now I can always reroute it so when I'm not producing, the bread goes straight into the UU matter creation system. But I'm a bit lazy, and you know, I have plenty going there already. So basically, I'm digging. I got a bunch of dirt. I got a bunch of crap I don't want. Well, it goes right into here. The things I do want will go into here, which will send it to a chest, a blue chest, which will in turn, how to put this, go through a sorting system, which will be very complicated, very difficult for me because I never get them right on the first try. I don't know if anybody does, to be honest. I mean, it's simple once you understand it, but it doesn't mean you're going to get it right. So that's the situation I'm in currently. Oop, I don't want that in the Undr pouch. There we go. Yeah, and that's really about it for now. The sun's coming up. Next time I'll show you my manor. that I built, it's very far away. And eventually I'm going to try to connect them all together in a main base that's going to be well hidden, that will have no proper entrance. You would have to use the network of teleporters to get to them. And instead of teleporters, for right now, there's a couple back here. They're not really, I mean, they're not hidden at all, but they don't really show anything. I don't want anybody to see. Plus, nobody comes by here anymore. This was my starting house. It's relatively quiet, so yep. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know this is short. Most of these videos will be short because I'm not building during them. I'm just showing what I have, what my situation is, and occasionally we'll spy on other people. Again, I can't break any rules, but maybe, you know, a little bit of espionage that doesn't break any rules, won't hurt anybody. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and catch you later.